Mr. Obernolte.
Thank you to the ranking member for yielding. Colleagues, I strongly urge caution in the adoption of the legislation that we're considering today. If adopted, this will be one of the largest spending package enacted in the entire history of Congress. And although I think we are all united in our belief that we need to quickly respond to this crisis and get our economy back on its feet, this is the wrong way to go about it. First of all, as you heard in the testimony, by most estimates, over $1 trillion of the stimulus that's already been appropriated by Congress remains unspent. Last week, I joined the ranking member and a large number of my colleagues in co-sponsoring HRES 127, which simply asks for an accounting of where that money is and how it can be more quickly gotten to the Americans who are desperately in need of that relief. If our goal as a body is to enact relief for Americans, this would be a far quicker way of doing it, rather than passing new stimulus money. Also, as you heard in the testimony, only about 9% of this legislation would actually go towards directly combating the spread of the coronavirus. The other 91% of it falls into a broad category of relief and stimulus. And the problem with that is the amount of relief and stimulus is about 6 times as much as that recommended as safe by economists. We run the real risk of overheating our economy with this stimulus, of getting us back into a hyperinflationary environment of rising interest rates. And although most Americans might not remember what it was like in the late 1970s and early 1980s to have double-digit mortgage rates and high inflation, I can assure you that is not where we want to put America today. And I also must object in the most strongest terms to the inclusion of an increase in the federal minimum wage in this relief package. Most economists agree that raising this minimum wage, especially at the tail end of an economic recession, will only have the effect of decreasing access to entry-level jobs. This will have the effect of hurting the very people we are trying to help. So, Mr. Chairman and Ranking Member, I thank you for the opportunity to testify, and I strongly urge a no vote on this legislation. I yield back.
I want to thank the gentleman from California. I'd like